Welcome to Global Footprints. Today we take a journey into one of the most secretive and isolated countries in the world, North Korea. Let's dive into its unique demographics, history, government and more. North Korea is home to around 25 million people, ranking 54th globally in population. The majority are ethnically Korean, with a homogeneous culture and virtually no immigration. The population is divided into strict social classes called songbun, which dictate everything from employment to education based on loyalty to the regime. North Korea's history is deeply tied to the division of the Korean Peninsula. After Japan's defeat in World War II in 1945, Korea, which had been under Japanese rule, was split along the 38th parallel. The Soviet Union occupied the northern half, while the United States took control of the southern half. This division laid the groundwork for two separate governments to emerge. In 1948, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea, was established under Kim Il-sung with Soviet support, while the Republic of Korea, South Korea, was formed in the south, backed by the United States. Tensions between the two Koreas led to the Korean War from 1950 to 1953, when North Korea, backed by China and the Soviet Union, invaded the south. The war ended in a stalemate with an armistice agreement, but no peace treaty was signed, meaning North and South Korea remain technically at war to this day. The Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, a heavily fortified border, separates the two nations. Since the war, North Korea has been led by the Kim family dynasty, Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, and now Kim Jong-un. The regime's philosophy of jucha, or self-reliance, has fueled decades of isolation from the rest of the world, as the country maintains strict control over its people and resources. North Korea experiences a continental climate with harsh winters and warm summers. Its terrain is mountainous, with limited arable land, making agriculture challenging. The country is bordered by China to the north, South Korea to the south, and Russia to the northeast. The capital city, Pyongyang, serves as the political and cultural hub. North Korea's agricultural output is limited due to poor soil quality and frequent droughts. Despite this, farming remains a significant part of the economy. The country's economy ranks as one of the lowest globally, placing around 182nd in terms of GDP. The average North Korean worker earns approximately $1 to $2 per month, although this varies greatly depending on one's songbun status and job role. Despite these low earnings, many essential items like food and housing are provided by the state, but they remain of poor quality and often insufficient. North Korea is a totalitarian dictatorship with a single-party system led by the Workers' Party of Korea, and the country is ruled by Kim Jong-un. The government enforces strict control over every aspect of life, from media to religion. There is no freedom of speech, and citizens must display absolute loyalty to the regime. The regime bans people from leaving the country and denies its citizens passports. North Korea's version of communism is guided by Yush ideology, which stresses self-reliance. The social hierarchy is maintained through the songbun system, a ranking system based on family background and loyalty to the regime. The population is divided into three main classes: the core, wavering, and hostile classes. Your songbun affects everything from job opportunities to education and even marriage prospects. It serves as a form of social control, determining people's status in society. Escaping North Korea is nearly impossible. The borders are heavily guarded, and those caught trying to flee face severe punishment. Not only are the escapees sent to labor camps, but their entire family is also imprisoned. This collective punishment serves as a terrifying deterrent. Despite the risks, some manage to flee to China or South Korea, often through underground networks. Foreigners can only visit North Korea through state-approved tours. Air travel is limited, with flights to Pyongyang offered mainly from China and Russia. The country's public transportation system consists of buses, trolleys and trains, but is reserved for locals and highly controlled by the government. Korean is the official language, with the Pyongyang dialect as the standard. Religion is suppressed, and officially the country promotes atheism. However, some state-sanctioned religious institutions exist for propaganda purposes. North Korean cuisine is similar to that of South Korea, but with simpler ingredients due to food shortages. Popular dishes include kimchi naengmyeon, which are cold noodles, and bindaeteok, or mung bean pancakes. Rice and corn are staples, though many people suffer from malnutrition due to the country's poor food supply. North Korea's most famous figures are its leaders, Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, and the current leader, Kim Jong-un. Internationally, defectors like Yeonmi Park and Hyun Seo Lee have gained attention by sharing their harrowing stories of escape. Tourists can visit landmarks such as the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun and the Juche Tower in Pyongyang. Now, let's explore some unique facts about North Korea time zone. North Korea follows its own time zone called Pyongyang time. It was introduced in 2015 and is 30 minutes behind South Korean and Japanese time calendar system. North Korea uses the Juche calendar based on the birth of Kim Il-sung in 1912, making 2024 the year 113 in their system. Mandatory leader photos. Every household is required to display portraits of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. Inspectors regularly visit homes to ensure these portraits are well maintained and treated with reverence. Free beer. One of the more surprising perks in North Korea is that workers are given free beer during their lunch breaks. This practice, though limited, is intended as a government gesture to improve worker morale. Restricted haircuts. North Koreans can only choose from an approved list of government-sanctioned haircuts. There are reportedly 15 styles for men and 18 styles for women. Any haircut outside of these styles is considered a violation of state regulations. The pointing system, North Korea's version of communism, is guided by Juche ideology, which stresses self-reliance. The social hierarchy is maintained through the Songbun system, a ranking system based on family background and loyalty to the regime. The population is divided into three main classes: the core, wavering, and hostile classes. Your Songbun affects everything from job opportunities to education and even marriage prospects. It serves as a form of social control, determining people's status in society. North Korea is prone to flooding and droughts, which severely impact agriculture and lead to food shortages. The country also faces typhoons during summer months. North Korea has one of the largest standing armies in the world, with an estimated 1.2 million active personnel. Military service is mandatory for both men and women. Men are required to serve for up to 10 years, while women serve for about 7 years. The army plays a central role in maintaining the regime's control, and military training begins early in life through school programs. This extensive service ensures loyalty to the regime and keeps the military a powerful institution in North Korean society. North Korea remains a mystery to much of the world, with its isolation, extreme political regime, and control over every aspect of its citizens' lives. This small yet powerful country leaves us with many questions about its future and the lives of those living under such an oppressive system. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into North Korea, and be sure to subscribe to Global Footprints for more explorations into the world's most intriguing places.